Welcome to Benchwarmers Podcast. We were going to give you an introduction there, but we want to give you a quick one right here. We had some technical difficulties during the show, some ups and downs. It's a great show, though. We had extra guests on here with Andrew Skaggs. Yeah. Brought a lot of great opinions, viewpoints on a variety of tons of things.
Yeah.
So stick through it. Might be a little long, might be a little chunky at times.
Sure.
But stick with us. Thanks, guys.
Good content. Yeah.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get started the show. You want to hit the music?
Oh yeah. I mean, because we didn't do
introduction, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's the middle of the road.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit! Don't do it. There we go.
Yeah. He's ready to go. What's up, guys? Welcome to Benchwarmers Podcast. It's Sunday, July 11th, 7-Eleven, Slurpee Day. We got a freaking awesome guest here who's going to hang out with us for the rest of our time here. But Ben's here, Cameron's here, and our boy, Skaggs is here. Andrew Skaggs joins the show for the
Are you screen recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure everyone sees how good Andrew looks.
This is a top 5 outfit I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's starting to get hot over here.
I can believe that.
For sure. You've got me panicked now.
You're in the city in the sky. It's supposed to be.
I'm just going to double check.
I just want to make sure so everyone can see.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool.
He's on.
Just making sure.
Okay, so okay, gotcha.
All right, so we just recorded a little bit with Andrew. I don't know how we're going to exactly do
Here,
this.
we'll let him know. So we recorded with Andrew for a segment with him, and then we decided because, it was just good conversation. Let's have him for the whole thing.
The fact that he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
We brought him on.
We're keeping him on. We like it. Not that we wouldn't.
You're not getting paid anything, but you're on.
So this will definitely have some editing in the audio and the video, but just, it'll be good.
Game 3 finals today.
Yep. Suns in 4?
Yeah. Well,
Could be. I'm joking.
2-0 Suns right now.
I think 5.
Game 3 in Milwaukee tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific. Andrew, are you on Pacific time?
Central Mountain. Central Mountain, baby.
Mountain time just throws me for a loop, man.
You're 2 hours ahead of us?
Yeah. Just one right now during daylight
and then
savings.
I feel like you guys sometimes go 2 hours, right?
No. Arizona's the only one that switches between Pacific and Mountain because they don't do daylight savings time.
Right.
So Arizona's the one that's crazy.
Sure.
Are they though?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Nice.
Either way, it just throws me
Washington
off.
State was considering it for a second.
Is it over? Is this series over?
I'm sticking with Suns with 6. There's no way that I think Middleton and Drew Holiday struggled in that game too. So I just don't see them struggling again. I think Middleton's probably gonna have 30 tonight.
Andrew, what do you think?
I don't think it's over. I definitely think the Suns are going to win.
Yeah.
But until a home team loses, I don't think you can declare a series.
Exactly.
But I would expect the Suns in 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Beastie, what do you think?
I have Suns in 6.
Connor, what's going with you today? What are you thinking?
I think Suns in 5. And I also heard a stat earlier today that there's only been 2 teams in history that have come back from a 2-0 deficit in the finals.
Right.
Because usually, right?
No, Cavs split the first 2 games of that, and then the Warriors won 2 in a row.
They won 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Andrew, question for you. Where do you stand on teams winning on the road? Is it awkward? Like if the Suns close them out in 4 and it's a 4-game sweep and they're in Milwaukee.
That was kind of awkward when they won the Western Conference Finals in L.A.
So, yeah.
And Chris Paul was there.
Maybe that made it
little
more salt in the wound.
I think he liked it, yeah.
I think he did.
I think it's awkward, yeah. I was really glad that Tampa and hockey won it on their home ice.
See, yeah.
It's just weird. Especially if it gets to like a 6th or 7th game.
See, yeah.
And the fans were just like, that moment where they realize they've lost and they're just so pissed.
Yeah. When they do that pan to like fans.
Flip them off.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, I've never been to a game like that in my life, but if I had rooting interest in the Bucks or in the Suns, and let's say, the Bucks force Game 7 or whatever, and they win in Phoenix, it's just awkward because like there's nobody in the stadium except for your fans that maybe traveled or whatever. Yeah. But it's just weird. It's just like you said with the Lightning. I was glad that the Canadians got one, just so it would go back to Tampa.
The team that won it, they're gonna have a good team.
No, exactly. No question.
That actually.
Where would you rather party though, Milwaukee or Phoenix?
I was gonna say I wrote this in the note.
Did you?
This. I wish I had just sent Andrew the show sheet at this point. Sorry, Andrew, you're kind of just free flying at this point, but
I'm ready for anything.
Exactly, babe.
I know you are. I put this in the show sheet. Speaking of crowds, I put the Suns crowd is hilarious, and I want to hang out with
the Valley Bros.
Yeah, there's just like everyone. There's Valley Bros. There's like old people. There's like moms and dads, parents, those like kids, like everyone that you could think of is there, and
a lot
just
of
having
hot girls that go to
having there are. Yes, that helps a lot. And they're all having a great time.
Yes.
I mean,
it's a party in there.
It's a party. It's loud.
Yeah.
It's a party outside.
Outside, especially when they got the big screen going.
Like, so my parents now live in Arizona. They're transplants there. Lived in Washington State for almost their entire lives and other places, various. Not really basketball fans, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Now that they live in Arizona, they love the Suns. They're like, we need to tune into every single game. Like tonight, they're like planning their evenings around games now.
I love that.
Sunday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
The whole just from what
Rally in the Valley, baby.
From what I've heard, like the whole place is just pumped,
just off their rocker for the Suns.
And
I would be.
They have people there from all over the country. It's not just
no question.
Like, so people just become Suns fans.
No, I like that.
Is it the new Warriors?
Pretty young core outside of Chris.
Yeah, except for Chris.
Yeah,
you never know.
True.
But I mean,
they're a fun team to watch.
Cameron Artis-Payne is going to become that new star point
Campaign.
guard.
Yeah. I like that.
No cap.
I do. Yeah, they love that. I do want to hang out with the Suns crowd though. They do look like a lot of fun.
No, for sure.
But you did talk about CP3. He's got to be the MVP.
No
right
question.
Now, the finals, correct? Right now.
No question. Right now, when I'm watching those games, and I didn't watch game 1, but I watched most of game 2. But I'm just looking at my laptop, hanging out in my apartment. Every time I see Chris Paul shoot a mid-range jumper,
He
hits
hits
it.
I
know, which is
funny.
funny.
It's
funny
hilarious
because it's like the most frowned upon shot now.
Oh, it
in
is.
NBA.
It's a 3 or layups, man.
But he's the one that's.
But he does the mid-range stuff.
Yeah.
And Booker isn't playing bad.
Yeah, he's not playing bad, but
not like
Aiden's
the
playing
series
well,
before.
But CP3 is just
like you said, that affected.
I feel like that
affected him.
But he's been fucked.
Andrew, feel free to just yell and scream to cut us off.
No, I was just going to say, Ayton has an uphill climb to win the MVP because clearly CP3 and Booker get more attention. But when he went 22 and 19 in game 1,
That-
bro,
on that track, that would have given.
I thought that was a typo on ESPN. I was like 22 and 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? What's that notification on there? Cool.
What did that say?
My screen recording failed to save due to something. Unbelievable, dude.
Try again.
Well, it might be.
I think it's the space on my phone.
We'll have the video for the one part, and then if it doesn't work, we can always have a
Audio.
picture of Skaggs or something.
Do audio? Can we do audio at
We
least?
definitely have his audio. We have his audio for
Okay,
sure.
well, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might have to just go audio from here on out. We'll have part of your.
I'll send my LinkedIn pic.
Okay.
I like that.
No, Tinder pics
it's
only.
literally the space in my
That's
phone.
fine. We got audio. That's all that matters. We just want to hear Andrew's voice and opinions.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing right now. Anything about the NBA Finals, or should we move on? Tonight, who do you think wins?
Milwaukee.
Andrew?
I think Milwaukee as well.
I'd probably give it to Bucks. Yeah.
I think they're just.
I'll just go Suns. Just
for stirring the
For
pot.
the funsies of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Well,
I think they're pissed.
Suns in 4.
Yeah.
They got to win tonight if they want to do that.
Is
Love
that guy? How are you guys jealous of that guy and the attention that he is? Not attention. I don't want to say that, but dude, just the overnight celebrity-ism that he's gotten since he knocked
he's
that guy
hosting,
out.
like nightclub events
Not
and
knocked
stuff
him out,
like
but-
that now in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't think he even got in trouble because it was self-defense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, no, he
2
didn't
on
get
1,
trouble. Yeah, he didn't
and he's
get
just
trouble.
fucking holding that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy's gonna be in the kind of like the viral Hall of Fame forever, probably.
I swear he is.
That's the thing. That's why you can't plan viral videos. Viral moments are
They just happen naturally.
happen.
They're organic
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Can't be. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, Ben, how's your NFT trading going?
Oh, that's quite a subject to bring up.
With those moments.
Those moments. Volatility of NFTs are high, very high.
Really.
And the market has crashed. But I will say that I'm doing fine, like personally, because I didn't spend my money buying single moments, like some dumbasses would spend. Well, I spent like more money on 2 moments, only 2 moments than I should have. The rest I bought in like packs where I like.
Where you open something.
I got like quantity.
Traded cards.
Yep.
Exactly. Other people were just buying like straight up just 1 moments for like $30 each.
Right.
I was getting like, packs of 3 to 5 for.
But there's a chance that you could get a $30 one in there.
Exactly. For $9 to $21 or something like that. So actually, I'm still profiting. It's just not as profiting as much as I would hope. Right. But
are you into NFTs? Is Andrew into NFTs?
No, okay. I had never heard of it until I listened to the podcast.
Okay, Ben brought it to my attention as well.
Andrew and I know each other from University of Arizona, our freshman year. I flunked out, moved on. Andrew graduated from there.
Well, I flunked out too, but they let me stay on academic probation.
See, and I think I had the option of that. I had the option of that, but I was like, it's just not going to work out. I got to move on.
I literally I know what academic probation is. Like I've heard that with athletes and obviously students and stuff, but I literally had this conversation last night with my girlfriend.
And Andrew and I were athletes, so we were fighting that up.
But I didn't know
as well.
It's like a warning. I didn't know that. I thought
played basketball at the rec quite a bit.
Yeah,
so we would skip class sometimes and just go play basketball.
Just student athletes.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, once you go under a 2.0, you have to just improve each semester.
Yeah.
Or else.
Also, you got to think about it. We're paying out-of-state tuition at University of Arizona. They want you to stay.
So they're going to do whatever they can to
I guess that was another reason I was like, I think I can't keep wasting money here because I think I'm just going to end up flunking out, to be honest with you. So I just got to move on.
Yeah. Wait, so you have to improve every semester? What if you improve like ridiculous amount and the next level is like way too hard? Like you get like a 3.8 and it's like, that's your peak.
And then you just go all the way back down.
Like if you get a 3.7.
It's kind of weird. So, like, I don't remember the exact, but I had a 1.4 my first semester, a couple over 2.0 the next two, and then another, like, under 2 my fourth semester. And so I got back on it, and so they just kind of kept track.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay, gotcha.
Interesting.
Because, I had to Google it because me and my girlfriend were talking last night. I'm like, what actually is academic probation? Like,
you could have just texted Andrew or I. We could have told you.
Because if you get a 4.0 after they gave you academic probation, but then you get like a 3.5 the next semester.
No, you're still, you're good.
Okay.
That would get you. That would get you closer to off of it if you did that much better. I'm sure they'd be like, okay, great, you figured it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You figured it out exactly. So it's basically like a warning.
Like, you have like a 1.8, they want to see you get like to a 2.0.
Okay.
Then they want to see you get like to a 2.1, and then a 2.3, and just hover around there if you can. If you can.
Yep.
Basically, just like kind of figure it out. Not figure it out.
Don't
but just
go below under a 2.0. That's the main thing. That's basically the main thing.
That's what they're trying to
get
deliver.
Degrees.
That's right. That's right.
I also know Andrew because we have been in a Dynasty League now for how long has that been now? Dynasty Fantasy League football.
4 years maybe.
Yeah, we have a group chat going on that's very active, and that is where I have shared some of those NFTs with, and I get absolutely demolished in that group chat whenever I share my NFTs, which is fair. I understand, but I do it at this point just to kind of troll people. So yeah, that's probably why he brought it up personally. So anyways. Yeah.
No, I was honestly, I was thinking of the Suns and 4 guy, and I'm like, they're probably selling that moment.
I think that there is a moment. Shit, he also cashed in with a Barstool Sports
action figure,
memorabilia or apparel deal. Yeah, he's got an apparel deal with Barstool Sports. So
I'm pretty sure Barstool made an action figure of him.
Did you see Barstool
apparel deal?
Did you see them sign that Ginger Mola from the Giants game?
Yeah. So
isn't that obviously you're a Bay Area guy? That's freaking hilarious.
It's from a local school, right, Andrew? St. Jesuit.
Yeah, St. Ignatius.
He's like a left tackle or like a guard.
17
I don't know
years old.
his story, but all I know is if someone had told me I could get a job by just going nuts at a baseball game, I would have done that.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's a different world.
I know, it's a different man. If this guy wants a job, I'll hire him on the spot. Presidente. That's freaking hilarious, dude.
Speaking of baseball.
Portnoy has so much power.
I know. It's ridiculous. It's insane. Insane.
Speaking of baseball, one of Skaggs' favorite teams, top 3 team, Mariners.
The Mariners?
Yeah.
Everything I know about the Mariners comes from this podcast.
Oh,
top 3 team. Top 3 team. Our favorite team.
Obviously, Ichiro, Edgar.
Nah, I get you.
Sorry.
David Arias,
Buhner,
a.k.a. David Ortiz.
Jason Varitek.
Shin-Soo Choo, Derek Lowe, Adam Jones.
Griffey,
Yeah, no, I get you. You're naming all the guys. You're naming all the guys that stuck with the team. We're naming all the guys that got traded away after a year and did really well with other teams. So, yeah.
Mike Zunino.
Yeah. All-star Mike Zunino. God, he's
Brad Miller. Brad Miller hitting 3 home runs the other night for the Phillies. Chris Taylor for the Dodgers now, just raking
World Series champ.
Yeah.
Great time.
Gamel's doing well for the Pirates, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Andrew, what?
I said, but you guys do have Mitch Haniger, so it's not all
That's true. That's true. And we actually have been winning a little bit.
A little bit. A lot of it.
We had a little bit of a hiccup against, that one team that we don't like very much.
Oh, the Yanks, yeah.
The Yankees.
Fuck those guys, man.
Andrew texted me literally
the little flex after Graveman.
The day we got crushed by the Yankees the first game.
12-1.
And he texted me. He's like, I just hope everything's okay. I hope you're doing well. Checking in.
I said, keeping you in my prayers today.
Yeah.
I like that. God,
Oh, my
Stan
God.
hit that ball.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That
even
wasn't close.
Otani, man. That's insane.
Yeah. What
That's
they're doing
insane.
is pretty insane.
But they're losing.
But we're going to sweep the Angels.
Yeah,
so it
we
doesn't
are.
matter. But so we lost 2 out of 3 to the Yankees, and now we won 3 out of 4 against the Angels, going for the sweep today. Right now, currently up.
No, 3-1.
Up
We're
3-1.
down. We're down 3-1.
We're down 3-1. Sorry. Okay, we're
Bottom of the sixth.
going for it. What I did want to talk about was there was a little barking at the Yankees
Yeah, Odor.
after the game.
Graveman hit. Who did he hit? He grazed a fucking
hit
jersey.
DJ LeMahieu,
Yeah.
former Colorado Rocky, who's also a top 3 team for Andrew, living in Denver.
I think we're gonna get Trevor's story.
Andrew's
so
a
I'm
big
stoked.
Andrew's a big baseball guy, so he's just everywhere baseball wise.
I'm starting to watch it again.
I know.
Look, I grew up with it like everyone else did. and
Right.
then
I know.
Sure.
I know. I just love giving you some grief over that shit.
But now there's the young players in the league are sick. They
No, I know.
put their bats and they have swag and shit.
Fuck yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah.
That's
Make baseball
You're not
cool
wrong
again.
at all. Logan Gilbert, who pitched
LG?
he pitched that day, didn't he?
Gem on Wednesday. Yeah,
Against the
it was his
Yankees, right?
gem. Yeah.
And then that barking happened, right?
No, it happened in the 9th.
No, I know. But
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the same
You're right.
game.
Yeah,
that was
it
the
was.
same game, right?
Yeah.
And I think the Yankees were a little frustrated that day, to be honest, because Logan Gilbert made them
That
look,
slider was just unhittable.
He made them look goofy out
Yeah.
there. They were
bad
swinging at everything.
swings. Yeah.
So after the game was over, I don't know if you saw this, Andrew. DJ LeMahieu did get hit.
It kind of went past.
And
his jersey.
it was a little grazed. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything crazy. Didn't like it. He told Kendall Graveman, "Fuck you."
Mm-hmm.
Went to first. After the game, LeMahieu is
Yeah.
running around second because little ground ball action. Game's over, but he's just round second to go back to the dugout.
Yep.
Graveman just stares him down.
Yep.
Just stares
Doesn't
him down.
blink.
I mean, just stands in the mound, just stares him down all the way back to the dugout. I think Odor didn't like it, and a couple other Yankees didn't like it because a couple other guys jumped out of the dugout.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of started approaching the third baseline. Meanwhile, the Mariners were celebrating on
Right.
the mound, and Kyle Seager is just saying, "Listen, I know
Dude.
you're not the biggest Kyle Seager fan.
No, it's not that.
But
That was
he's
funny though.
hilarious
That was
out there.
hilarious. That was.
Because Kyle Seager gives no fucks, and
No.
honestly, I think he's just like, you know what? If you want to come out here and get your ass beat, please. I want to beat up the Yankees right now so
Right.
badly. I don't want to make the first move, but you
if-
guys make the
exactly.
first move. Please come over here.
Yeah.
And so I just love that a little bit.
No, I like
out of the
that.
Mariners
'Cause
because I know
they-
we've been kind of wanting a little.
Little fire. A lot of
Yeah.
people have said, I think it's going to take a fight to break out with this team, with another team, in order for us to get over. I've been asking for one for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying that we did one in 2001. I don't
Sure.
think there was any brawls, but I just
Not that I
want one
remember.
just to
Sure,
catapult us.
there might have been with Arthur Rhodes.
Oh,
With his earring.
With his
That- with-
earring, yeah.
with
I was
Vizquel.
gonna say,
With
yeah.
his earring against the Indians.
With
I think.
Vizquel.
Omar Vizquel didn't
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like a full on brawl, but it was.
It was some
tensions
chirpings.
going, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember.
It was
Remember.
crazy.
Remember when Richie Sexton charged the mound and took off his helmet
I
and
remember
it,
that too.
and he threw it at him? What a
Yeah.
chicken shit move.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And he's
He
6'6". God.
But I like that we pissed off the Yankees.
Yeah,
especially.
for sure. Bunch
That's,
of tough guys
you
staring
know,
us down. That was
Especially
funny
after
to
their
watch.
little run of winning games there, because
Right.
they had gone on a bad losing streak there. God forbid the Yankees ever lose games.
Yeah.
God forbid.
And it's so
it.
crazy with that lineup. There's no fucking holes there. They just are underperforming, I feel like.
Yeah. Andrew, thoughts? Or just prayers
First
for
of
me?
all,
Just prayers for me.
Hearing Arthur Rhodes and Richie Sexton.
Yeah.
Serious memory.
Arthur Rhodes was an OG.
He was. Yeah.
He
Big
was
time.
OG.
Richie Sexton had a very sad.
Richie
exit.
Sexton, not as much as an OG as
God,
exits.
Richie Sexton, Jeff Cirillo, just some of the signings that we did were just fucking putrid, man.
I know.
Just bad.
I know.
Did they sign him from the Brewers?
Yeah.
Sexton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally
Gave him a
left-
bunch
After
of
he hit
money.
like 40 homers.
Yeah.
with the Brewers,
He was like 6'7" or something.
Yeah, I think he was.
he
Yeah,
was
6'8".
tall,
He was huge. He was.
skinny.
Yeah, Big Sexton is what.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Country. I think his
Yeah.
nickname was.
He literally left the same
Sean
way.
Figgins though might be the worst in Mariners history.
Sean
he
Figgins
could
was
be the
not
worst.
Good.
I feel like Richie
Nah,
Sexton left very much the same way that Eastbound and Down guy did when he's in Seattle, his last team, and he's just like, because I'm pretty sure Richie Sexton when he got fouled out or it was a pop fly, and then So he yelled at the crowd like "fuck you!" Literally, it was his
Really?
last at bat. He was with the Mariners, and
I think that
Those were
I think that was
those were the
2000
prime years of the Mariners.
Yeah, 2007 or 8, and then we traded him to the Yankees at the deadline. I'm pretty sure because they just wanted a right-handed bat.
Okay.
He flourished there for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. He flourished there. Yeah. I was just happy to see little
fire
after Logan Gilbert, future ace,
Stetson
pitched,
University grad,
pitched,
DeGrom,
shut down the Yankees.
future DeGrom,
and
maybe.
The Yankees were upset. So
Yeah.
fuck them. Fuck the Yankees and fuck them.
I like that.
Yeah. I did want to take a little look back at the Mariners' first half because we're pretty much here at the All-Star break.
Right.
I think at the beginning of the season, before the season, we predicted that they would hover around 500. I think we were both kind of around there. Like
yeah,
maybe,
at 70,
maybe a little
75 wins.
Yeah, maybe
total. So okay, you mean at the All-Star break?
I think. Oh, so you were like how many below 500? You were about
9. I think I was 75.
6 games below 500 then.
Mm-hmm.
So we had
And
him
87.
hovering around 500. I'd
Sure.
say. Maybe a little bit below. Andrew, I know your prediction was pretty good for the Mariners this season. You had a prediction for the Mariners?
Yeah. I'll have to check my notes, but I think I have around where they are right now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I get you. You did draft Kyle Lewis to your fantasy team, right?
It was good to hear that Seager, is standing up for the boys. He's the lone remaining guy on my fantasy team.
So I did want to give you a heads up. There's a new Mariner on the block that you might want to look into.
Okay.
Just got called up today.
Ooh.
Catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Like Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. Cal, C-A-L?
Yeah, like Cal Berkeley.
Yeah, like Cal Berkeley, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I would pick him up immediately.
All right. Yeah, I had Lewis. I had Evan White.
Especially because he's got that
Evan White,
that catcher positional value too. It's not easy to find catchers in fantasy baseball.
Switch hitter as well.
Ooh.
I will say, Posey just got hurt, but I have Posey and Contreras, so I've been solid at catcher. But
hurt,
good to know.
You probably have a couple of utility spots.
Posey's on the IL, right? I think I read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got hit in the hand or something.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're 5 games above 500, I think.
48 and 42.
Yeah, so they're 6
through 90.
6 games above 500.
This is the 91st game.
And they're calling up Cal Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
They've called up a couple of rookies.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them have succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them bombed.
Right.
But meanwhile, the veterans have been playing pretty well, most of them.
Timely hitting, man.
Yeah.
Clutch hitting.
You got, Mitch Haniger started off the season pretty hot, and he's still playing pretty
at
well.
That grand slam. I freaked out in my apartment.
That was fun. You've got Ty France hitting the ball real well.
Clutch as well.
The J.P. Crawford resurgent has been a lot of fun.
One of the better storylines. I've got him and LG as Logan Gilbert as my total bright spots of this franchise.
Kyle Lewis, it
sucks.
but he was hitting the ball pretty damn well there.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching wise, Kikuchi.
Flexing.
Stud.
How about flexing?
Flexing last night, just shutting them down.
Unbelievable. That Ohtani strike was fucking hilarious.
I know.
That was like a foot outside.
That was a good call, though. We needed a payback call, and we got it. So,
I like
Ump
that.
was doing the good thing there.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's hard to feel like bad.
For sure. We did not expect to be here. So this is, I'm not saying it's uncharted territory, but we know that August is not good to this baseball team. Neither is September.
I feel like there's something different, though.
Could be. I feel
just
like that little fire at the end of that Mariner game. Graveman didn't have to do what he did.
Yeah.
I feel like this team is getting more confidence, more swagger, and saying like, hey, we fucking belong here.
Yeah.
We can fucking play. We win. We're hard to beat, especially in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. I think we've scored the most runs in baseball in those innings, or top 5.
Yeah.
That's a pest of a team, and those are teams that are hard to beat. So we probably should go for it at the deadline.
I love it. I've been waiting. So I know that, probably not going to make the playoffs this year, but just to see them compete.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun, man. I'm excited. And I'm excited for this All-Star game, even though we only have one Mariner in there, Kikuchi.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been nice to see Crawford in there.
Fucking Tim Anderson. God damn it.
Skaggs is in the home of the All-Star game this week.
Right.
Denver, Colorado. Are you attending any festivities this weekend?
I am not. Rob's going to the home run derby, so we'll hear how that goes.
That's pretty crazy.
I think Ohtani's going to put on a show.
Do you guys all hear that hotel story?
Mm-hmm.
About they arrested those 4 guys at the hotel right across from Coors Field with a bunch of guns and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff.
Now, they technically said that it was not related to an All-Star Game threat. It might have been some kind of other gang stuff or something. But
yeah, I heard there was like
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
substances found and stuff like that. So
it was literally just a cleaner at the hotel found a bunch of guns and ammo.
yeah,
Holy hell.
shout out to her for
So
saying something.
clearly they didn't do a good job of hiding.
Snitch.
Right.
No,
The maid found it?
Not at all.
Shit, it's on the bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy stuff. Luckily that got found. So
For
hopefully that
sure. Oh
cleans
my
up.
gosh, I
They
did not read
forgot
that.
to put the do not disturb
Yeah.
on the door.
Forgot to put the little card on the door, like don't come in here.
You had one job.
Yeah. Some hotels do like magnets now, like on the
I know.
outside of the door frame.
Yeah.
I know.
But man,
You know, I don't even want to talk about the Mariners that much anymore because I don't want to leave Skaggs so much of the conversation. I know
Right.
this can get a little.
oh, for sure. A little
I
repetitive.
want to talk about the All-Star game a little bit.
Okay.
I know. Let's talk about the home run derby because that's tomorrow, I think, or is that Tuesday?
Futures games
Tomorrow.
today. I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
The derby's tomorrow. Let me bring up the field.
And like the celebrity softball game, I think.
I mean, I know
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. Is
I
Kevin
forgot
Hart
about-
playing this year? Do we know?
Metcalf is.
Oh, that's actually we might have to tune in then.
I don't know when it is.
Put him in center. Just let him run around.
I want to see him swing a bat. I just need to know what's there.
It will be interesting.
I just
is
wanna-
he a righty?
I think. I don't know. He said that he played T-ball. They
What do
interviewed him at.
You think he'd be good at softball, Andrew?
I mean, yeah.
Part of me
fucking
thinks he's just
Jack,
too
so.
strong to like. I don't know. I think it's going to be an awkward, not fluid swing. In
He's
my
gonna have to
opinion.
have a long bat. He's gonna have like a
It's either going to be a
38-inch bat.
swing and a
probably.
miss or a homer.
I know.
That's probably true. You're probably not wrong
Yeah.
about that.
I mean, what was that one 2 years ago, last year? Super embarrassing. What's his name? Terry Crews?
Terry Crews, the
Is it
Old
big?
Spice guy.
Yeah.
Not Old Spice. Yeah, he was Old Spice.
He
Wasn't
like took his shirt off. He was flexing, and he struck out like 1, 2, 3.
what a tough scene that
Yeah,
is.
He was like he's like doing the Babe Ruth thing. You know, he's calling it,
Calling
and
a
it's
shot.
Like,
This guy?
Yeah,
Terry Crews?
flopped.
Yeah.
He
that guy
came
gets
out
canceled on Twitter like every other week. By the
He's
way,
a NFL. He played for.
right. Yeah,
I forgot who he played for. The Raiders.
I think it was Dolphins, wasn't it?
Was it the Dolphins? I don't remember.
I'm bringing up
But yeah,
the home run derby bracket here. I want to get some predictions going here.
Go
Let's have
ahead,
some
I got
fun,
you.
huh?
Ben, can you remind us of the format, the new one?
Yeah, so here it is. We've got. Just trying to look for the fucking bracket, dude. It looks like it's 1, 8, 2, 7. So it's 8 guys. 1, 8, 2, 7.
Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. I hate this because they say, "Oh, here's the bracket," and they give you a bracket, but it's not actually a bracket. It's like
it's a fucking article.
it's a fucking article. I gotta read through it all. Fucking get. But anyways, Otani's number 1, 32 homers against Juan Soto, who's got 11, 1 versus 8. Who you guys liking that?
Soto.
Oh, you're taking the underdog then.
Oh no! Did you say Otani versus Soto?
Yeah.
No, Otani by a landslide.
Okay, Otani, Andrew.
I'll say Otani. I have a Juan Soto jersey, so I might be rocking it tomorrow. But
I respect that.
I like that.
Do you want to give a prediction?
I don't know
That's fine.
enough about
Don't worry
this
about it.
one.
You're okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Juan Soto. I'm gonna go with the underdog here.
I like that.
Big upset.
Did you hear that
he's
Shohei
got
hasn't
power.
taken?
He's got a shot.
Yeah,
No, for sure. And you just get into a
In
groove.
Colorado, like anything can happen.
Pop flies are homers there, aren't
I
they?
heard that they're not using the humidor for the balls before
What is that?
the derby. It's like supposed to make the balls a little bit more dead so that not everyone
Doesn't go as far.
Yeah,
Right. Dead balls.
and they're not going to use it before the derby in Colorado, so the balls are going to be
They're flying.
flying
Did
because they
you-
already fly anyways. In Colorado.
Did
so-
you hear? Did you hear that Otani hasn't taken a pitch of BP this whole season?
Why?
So sick.
That's
Just
unreal.
doesn't. He just pitches, or he'll
Listen
throw
to
his
this. Do you
bullpens
call
in
Otani a 6-tool player?
because he can pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this today
He can run.
because I know there's a 5-tool player,
Yeah.
and he's definitely a 5-tool player.
Because he can run.
And
It's usually it's a
great,
four.
he's a great outfielder too.
Right.
He's got a great arm.
He is a good outfielder.
Oh, he's a great arm out there. And he's fast and he's quick out there.
What an athlete. And he seems just like the
And he
nicest
pitches.
guy.
So like I
he's
feel
so
like
quiet.
he's a 6-tool player, right? That's what you call him.
I would call it first one since Babe Ruth.
I was just checking in there. I just
Yeah.
didn't know.
And even Ruth couldn't run.
I just
or
was-
play
I just
outfield.
wasn't sure.
Baseball players back then lived off beer, hot dogs, and
that's it.
cigars.
And cigars, yeah. They'd smoke
true.
cigarettes in the
Yeah.
dugout.
Chewing tobacco too, probably a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah. That's still around.
That's still going on.
That's true. I saw JP Crawford hit a double and then score the other week. And then he came in and he packed a huge thing of Redmond chew in his cheek and then just did his thing. It
Chilling.
was sick.
My first introduction to chewing tobacco
There's almost never a good first introduction story.
Oh,
to
I
chewing tobacco.
shouldn't say like my introduction to me chewing it, but me finding out what it was rookie of the year. Guy takes out his ball, takes his gum, and then just wraps it up. And then goes,
That's what Jay Buhner used to
and
do.
I didn't know what that was until I was like 6 or 7.
Mine was the Sandlot when they all threw up on the rides.
Oh yeah,
See,
that
that's
actually.
Big
You know what?
Chief. That's what I'm saying.
That might be it. That
Big
might
Chief.
be. I take
That's
it back.
usually everyone's first
Yeah.
introduction to chewing tobacco.
That's
What do you do with it?
yeah.
You're killing me. You chew it, of course.
Jaw. The best.
Yeah.
The number 2 seed in the home run derby is Andrew Skaggs' boy, Joey Gallo.
Oh, I was about to say Trevor Story. I thought he was a Rockies guy.
That's your boy, right? Am I wrong?
I mean, he's on the fantasy team. He had a real struggle to start, but he's been.
Didn't he hit like 10 homers in 10 games or like 11
I
homers in
think
10
so.
games?
He's got
what
23
a stretch that is.
So here we go. He has homered in 5 straight games from June 26th to July 1st and joined Josh Hamilton. There's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
As the only players in Rangers Club history to hit at least 7 big flies. That's a weird description for home runs in any 5-game span. So
You haven't heard of big flies for a home run?
No.
Pretty common.
Pretty common.
Big flies?
Yeah, big flies.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right.
See, then they also went deep. Went deep sounds better than big flies.
Yeah. I think they go hand in hand.
Nah, beg to differ.
That big fly went deep.
But anyways, Joey Gallo, your boy, 23 home runs on the season against the local kid, Trevor Story.
Yep.
With 11 home runs, 2 versus 7. Who do you got, Andrew?
I got Gallo. Story's been kind of disappointing, to be honest.
Can't wait to see him in a Mariner uniform next year. It's going to be cool.
What do you think?
I've got Gallo.
Right.
I think Gallo with BP, this guy's going to put on a show.
Seems like Gallo's like perfect event. He might win this entire thing.
Yeah.
So
I think him and Ohtani make it to the finals.
I like Gallo. Here's a local Bay Area guy, Matt Olson at number 3. Oakland Athletics legend, Matt Olson.
First base, yeah.
21 homers versus Orioles. And this guy's got a cool story. Trey Mancini, 15 homers, beat cancer. What do we think here, boys?
We'll just go we'll continue with the AL West.
Matt Olson.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Matt Olson love.
So I just saw on the ticker on ESPN, Matt Olson had 2 homers today, so now he's at 23.
Woo!
I had never heard of the Mancini kid, if I'm being honest, until like this week.
He plays for Baltimore. It's kind of tough.
But if he beat cancer, then he can beat Matt Olson.
Hey, I love
like that.
I love
I like that.
I like this matchup. This is an interesting matchup, the 4 and the 5, which is usually the most interesting. Salvador Perez, Royals catcher, 20 homers this season.
How old is he?
He's been in the league forever. He's been killing it forever, too.
Long time.
Then you have Pete Alonso of the Mets.
Did he won it a couple years ago, right?
I think
Is
so.
he defending the title from 2019? Because they obviously didn't do it last year.
I don't know.
I feel like Guerrero won it. No.
They don't put the
Did
note.
Alonso
I
beat
don't
Guerrero?
think so. He did have the home run rookie record with 53 in 2019, which is crazy.
Yeah, insane.
He's got 15 this year. Who do you guys like in this matchup? Andrew?
I've got Pete Alonso.
Okay.
I'll take Alonso.
I'll take Perez.
Okay,
so then we've got...
I wish Zanino would do it. I feel like he would have a fucking
Who do you
ton
guys
of
think
fun
is just
doing
going to
it.
win it all? Let's just go with that.
So Guerrero's not in it?
No.
What? Okay.
No. After that, though, who do you think is going to win it? You've got Ohtani.
Gallo or Ohtani, and I'm probably going to go with Ohtani. Just from the fact that he hasn't taken any BP, and now this is BP, and I feel like he's just going to be like, okay. Right down the middle at 6, or what do they throw, like 70?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Is there a celebrity home run derby? Because I'm just thinking in the future that'd be nice to do.
There might be. I don't know. Sure.
No, it's just the Celebrity All-Star game. But that'd be cool if they did a home run
That'd be
derby.
so fun.
Even if they obviously bring in like the little league fences, the ones that you like build.
That's what they do
that
for
are,
the
like,
game, right?
Exactly, yeah. I think they're like probably 250.
I am going to take... Man, this is tough. I honestly think Gallo's going to win it. It just seems...
I think it could be them in the
it's gonna
finals.
be Gallo or Alonso.
Okay. Because
either-
Alonso's been there, he's done
it's
it.
either
I
of
really
those
think
two.
he won it at 19.
Andrew, what do
Okay.
you think?
Then, first of all, important question. Are the coaches who are going to be pitching to these players going to be checked for substances?
Oh, that's a great question.
Or after
That's a great
each
question.
round? Or
In between each
I
round?
haven't heard a definitive answer from Mr. Commissioner Rob Manfred yet. I will try to get the bottom of that for you, though, and let you know.
We're going to go with Pete Alonso, though.
Pete Alonso. The polar bear, right? Isn't that his nickname?
I think so.
I didn't know that, but I like it.
It's an interesting nickname. He kind of looks like a polar bear, I guess.
Does he like cold weather? Or?
No,
That's what I would think if he's called the polar bear.
I think he kind of looks like a polar bear. I don't know how you can
Google image.
I'm not really sure how you can look like a polar bear, but he kind of looks like a polar bear.
I'm trying to picture just
Super
some
pale.
random baseball player.
Yeah, is he white as?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Is he
what?
deathly white? Does he look like he's on the verge of death?
Like here you go.
He's
He's
transparent.
really
I don't know,
hairy,
like
he's
if he was an
albino.
animal, he might be like a polar bear.
I don't get it. I don't see it. He looks like a dude.
Just kind of like
Just a dude.
just kind of a thicker boy, you know.
I like.
I don't know.
Lost analogy.
I don't know.
I like
thought
it.
maybe. And then the All-Star game's on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have any for home field advantage for the
It doesn't,
for the
it
World
doesn't
Series.
do home field anymore?
No, I don't think
I
so.
think it's been the
Why?
past
And
couple
the
of years.
jerseys are awful.
Oh my god, those are
The jerseys
putrid
are
looking.
so bad. I mean, it doesn't make any sense how bad they are.
I hope the product on the field's cool, and I hope that you say got put on the COVID IL today. You saw that, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
That's
But
interesting.
he showed symptoms. He's obviously been
Luckily, it's at the
vaccinated.
All-Star break too.
Yeah, he's been vaccinated, and now he's had one negative test. He just has to pass a negative test tomorrow, and he can play, or have a negative test tomorrow, and he'll play.
Can I get a quick time check? That's good though, because then luckily it's the All-Star.
I just saw Kikuchi to the IL, and I freaked out.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
We're at an hour 19, but there was like at least 10, 15 minutes of us trying to figure stuff out. So.
Sure.
Okay. Let's end with some old man thoughts. Andrew, I don't know if you've heard this segment before. It's just where we come. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've listened to every episode, Ben.
So old man thoughts. We just
That's a fan
complain
right there.
about things that
That irritate.
that irritate us. That might be kind of an old man thing. We'll start, and we'll kind of let you think, and we'll go from there.
I've already got one.
Perfect. That's
I like
just
that.
perfect. Do you guys want me to start?
Yeah,
I'll start.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, perfect.
I'm turning 29 in 9 days.
Welcome
and
to the fucking
I
club.
know everyone else here is 29 already,
Turn
but I
30
feel
in
like
September,
it's
dude.
with me.
I mean, come on.
With me being the youngest out of all of us, and now I'm like, this is the last year of my 20s, and what happened?
Yeah,
What-
reality is set in a long time. For me,
Exactly.
and then I think how you adjust is you just adjust. You
I
just
know.
kind of go with it. There's
It's
nothing
just-
really you can do.
And I also
mean,
have one more outside of that's like a literal old man thought because I'm actually like getting old, and now that it's like summer and stuff, it's like Big Cat said on Pardon My Take, it's like warp speed after the 4th of July of like our summer just like disappearing,
yeah,
and once we
it's
get to
true.
my birthday, then it's all of a sudden September, like
Yeah.
next week. I swear to
it
God,
goes quick.
And
It's
that's how I feel
football
about
and-
football.
exactly, yeah.
Yep.
But last night, trying to fall asleep, multiple car alarms go off in my parking lot. How? Don't know. Looked out the window, no break-ins,
And
no
what
nothing.
I guess what obsessed me most about car alarms is like if you're gonna put on your car alarm and you're not gonna fucking respond to it, why the fuck did you put your car alarm on?
Here's the other thing, Ben. It continued to happen into the
know.
morning. Like
I
it kept
know.
going off. So I'm like, does that need to be replaced? I know a guy who can do it because it was the same alarm. I thought it was multiple cars because I was like, that sounds different.
I live in the city, dude.
Yeah,
I hear it every fucking day.
unbelievable
I bet you he like slightly left his door open, so any sort of like
movement
gust of
or
wind-
sound.
Yeah,
Exactly. I was just like,
yeah.
dude.
Or there's like some type of food right there,
And I'm usually a deep sleeper. Once I'm out, I am out. But I was not out, and this started happening. You don't fuck with my sleep. I get pissed. I don't like it.
Just
I don't like when
turn
I
off
am
your
not.
car alarm if you're not gonna fucking
Yeah,
respond to
and
it.
of course it's literally it's not
So if
far
if
away.
a
It's
1990
so
You're right
Especially if
there.
it's a
radiant.
92 Honda Accord, just fucking don't even turn on your alarm.
I think it would, yeah, it looked
Who
like
the
a
fuck
Toyota.
cares?
Looked
You
like
want
a
your
truck.
car stolen at that point.
I'll comment on your fear of getting old or whatever. I think for males, especially, not necessarily the case, 30s are actually we have even more.
Is our
fun.
That's what they
Our time
say.
We
That's
have-
what they
we
say.
probably
I
have-
don't feel that way.
We're gonna
like,
probably have more
physically.
money in
Sure.
our 30s. We're gonna be able to do more shit that we couldn't do in our 20s. We're probably gonna have our first house, get married, have kids. Like
Keep it going.
all
Keep it
happens
going.
in this one decade. So I think it's. I don't know. I had fun in
It
my
could
20s,
be.
but I think my 30s are gonna be even better. To be
I like
honest.
that.
Yeah.
It's just the
I
fact that
love the positive attitude.
turning 28, I was just like, okay, cool. Just 1 year closer. Now this is it. I'm starting my 30th year on Earth, but I'm turning 29 because you don't start out at
Right.
1 when you're born.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. It's just my 20s, just like, see ya, you know?
It's like after 25, 23.
Yeah, it was after 25 for me. All of a sudden, I was like, fuck, okay, another summer shit. All right, okay, cool.
Andrew and I spent our 18 and 19 years together. And those were some very interesting years there.
Some formative years.
Yeah, very formative. Andrew, as your 20s, you're 29 right now, correct?
Right.
And you're turning 30 in
January.
Have your 20s also flown by? Do you feel like that?
So, to a certain extent, but I'm an extremely literal person. And so I'm very cognitive of the fact that the day I was born, my age was set in stone each day moving forward.
Right.
And therefore, I can say, like, oh, yeah, like, feels like the 20s have flown by, but I, in my head, then go, but literally it's been 365 days a year.
What a thought process.
I like that. Very self-aware.
He's like 3 years old, and he's like, I get it. This is life.
Yeah.
You live and die.
Yeah.
I'm over 1,000 days old.
We turn 1 year older every 365 days. That's it.
You start dying the day
There's
you're
no
born.
other things. There's no other rules.
Like, I acknowledge why people are like, oh my God, I can't. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to turn 30. That is actually pretty wild. But
Yeah.
also, I'm like, it also makes sense because that's literally how long. I've
For
been here.
sure.
I love the thought process.
I'm with there, but I feel like, dude, this last year and a half, obviously with the pandemic and stuff, I'm thinking back on things that happened.
I
I'm just
will
like,
say, I think the pandemic probably didn't help people that might be turning 30. Like, that just kind of threw like a wrench into things for a lot of people. That made people think of a lot of things going on in their life.
Right.
Gave a lot of people time to reflect on things. It was a weird year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not just us who are turning 30. For a lot of people. So it was a weird year.
For sure.
Conron, do you want to go? CTS.
I have one and I'm blanking on it, so somebody else
Okay.
go.
I can go, or do you, Andrew? You want to go?
Well, I'll go just because it's attached to the car thing as well.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Well, to a certain extent. And this can be whether I'm driving or just walking, because I'll walk around town a lot.
Yeah.
And it's when you get to some kind of whether it's a crosswalk or a stop sign, your standard where you're not sure who's to go, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I'm very aware of my surroundings, especially when I'm walking. If I'm walking towards a crosswalk and I see a car that's about to turn, I'm waving them through so they can go.
Right.
I'm going to not break pace and walk through, right?
Right.
So one of my biggest pet peeves is waving someone, and then they, in turn, wave back. And I'm like, now we're exactly where we started, all right? I try to do the courteous thing. I try to let you go.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
So I literally, when they do that, I'll then walk by and just, like, put my hands up. Like, you lost your opportunity.
Yeah, for real, bro.
You played yourself. Cool.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. I was just taught to always just let pedestrians go first, like especially at crosswalks, So like I just always kind of let you guys go first. And so then if it kind of gets like lost in the sauce, I will say I will probably just usually go because in my head I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous at this point.
Right.
But I have gotten to the point where like maybe I'm feeling positive that day and I'm feeling good. Then I'm like, okay, go ahead. And they do. They do usually, and they're fine. Not a big deal. And I think even the cars.
Two cars is also rough. When you're both at the stop sign at the same time, and you go
And you
boom,
inch,
and then boom,
and you inch.
Right.
Yeah, and the
I want to
stoplight.
fucking drive my car into a tree when that happens. I get so
the
pissed.
stoplight situation is different. I cross a lot more like actual crosswalks across like streets without stoplights, so it's like they actually just stop. And it's nice.
But we're also from Seattle, and we're very on the side of the.
For sure. And I think that's
what do you call it? Am I blanking on the name? People who are walking. Pedestrians.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like it's like no, you're probably 150 to 200. I'm in a 2-ton.
I'm in a fucking steel
I
box.
think,
Yeah.
and I
You
think
wait
also,
for me.
I think it also depends where you are. If you're in like more of a residential neighborhood, like that's more preferred for walkers. If you're closer to parks, like more preferred for walkers. But if you are like on 99, like Aurora, or if you're on your whatever busy street you are, and like their cars, and like sometimes you feel like the cars do have the right of way,
Right.
No,
I'm with that. I will say personal experiences for me. If I'm crossing or whatever, just like what I would want a person to do if I'm in that car.
Sure.
Just give me a slight jog. Give me something. Give me some effort.
Now,
I do
here's
it
the
every
thing.
time because I'm like, all right, whoop.
Here's
Just
the
a
thing.
little. I'm
bit
not
of
asking you to
hustle.
sprint.
Unless you have like a baby, you're old, or like you're injured,
Carrying
like,
a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
If you're
like,
able-bodied,
exactly.
your ass
Give
moving.
a little bit of hustle, just a little bit of
It's
hustle.
when you see the thing ticking down like 5-4, I'm like,
I even try to give a
I
little
gotta
bit
go.
of hustle when I have Gigi with me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she likes that. She likes
Hit a little jog,
exactly.
just a little. Okay, and then you're done. Then you're there.
Exactly.
I work with a lot of people that are not from Washington State, and
Yeah.
they said until they came here, they didn't see the whole like bravado pedestrians just, I'm going to cross and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
that's true.
They
They
said
do.
they don't see, they haven't seen
Downtown Seattle is
They do.
a sight to see with people. People will hit hoods of cars.
In Capitol Hill, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy.
If you inch out into that crosswalk.
Have you
That's
almost
a good old man
Have you
thought.
almost ever gotten hit by a car, Andrew? Or have you ever gotten hit by a car?
No, I have
Okay.
not. I can't say that I've come all that close.
Because you're a big walker guy, right? Are you still doing a lot of
Big-
trying to get your
big
steps
walk.
in?
Yeah, I'd say maybe the last 5 days, 25,000 or more each day, just grinding.
Jesus, 25,000 each day. That's
I
ridiculous.
mean, don't get me wrong. Like, part of it is because I live on my own, and like it's my form of exercise. I don't
Sure.
run anymore or anything like that. So I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of bored. I don't want to sit here and watch TV all day. Boom, 2 hours.
Sure, out the door. Yeah. I like that.
Whatever.
For sure.
It's also been like in the 90s for the last 2 months, which has been awesome.
There you go.
So that's your comfort, what degree?
Yeah. California kid who went to school in Arizona. Heat is definitely what I know.
Right, for sure. For sure.
I don't mind the cold. I haven't done a winter here, so that's going to be an interesting concept.
Oh.
I got like 3 snow days when I first moved here, so that was some good exposure. Like, how many layers do you put on? How to walk around boots? Like that kind of stuff.
I like that.
My old roommate.
So it got down to maybe like 20 at the coldest.
Okay.
But it's
That's
dry,
cool.
though. It's not,
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
like Midwest or anything.
For sure.
My roommate, who was from South Africa originally, David.
Mm-hmm.
He came to Washington State. Didn't get snow for the first couple of years he was here, which is
Normal.
sometimes
We
sometimes you
go
don't
with
get
a
it.
couple years without it.
Then he got it. Went outside bare feet, just thinking it was gonna be fine.
What's this white
he was
stuff,
like,
bro?
He was like 9 years old at the time.
Oh my gosh.
Went out there.
okay.
He wasn't old. He was like
For a second, I was like,
he
this is a 23
no,
year
he
old
was
man.
like, no, he was like,
His house.
he was like 9 or 10 years old. Went
Yeah.
out there like barefoot, and then ended up like falling down, just like getting into like the fetal position and crying. For
Oh
like,
my
10
God.
minutes, so his mom had to come pick him up.
Just frostbit feet.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
like-
So he
Oh my gosh.
he figured out snow pretty quickly.
Man,
Just
sounds like
luckily,
it.
stiff.
luckily, you're nearly a 30-year-old man, and you understand this a little better, so
Yeah.
you won't freeze. to
Better
death.
prepared, for
Yeah.
sure.
He just went stiff.
I also have kind of a car one as well. Just driving here today. Traffic was terrible for 12:30 on a Sunday.
People making it to the Mariner game a little bit.
I-5.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, you know what? I wasn't even thinking about the Mariners game. Maybe that's true. Yeah, you might be right. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, okay, fine. That's an excuse. But still, there's
Let's go.
traffic.
There's still
but
bad
you know what?
drivers.
There's still traffic
Yeah.
even past downtown.
Okay. Like,
Okay, so I got in at Capitol Hill.
yeah.
And
James
from
Street?
Capitol Hill all the way to past Northgate, there was traffic until it got to 4 lanes.
Gotcha. You see the overpass now, the bridge for the.
Yeah.
That's freaking insane.
It's cool. But anyways, I'm just sick of traffic
Yeah.
every day pretty much
Oh,
in
I know.
Seattle.
I'm with you.
And I am sick of shitty drivers that don't help the situation, I think.
Yeah.
I was telling Conrad before, getting onto the freeway got cut off by one guy getting in on there. The ramp was metered. He just flew right through the meter.
Nice.
I was like, well, listen, if you're going to fly through the meter, then just fly through the carpool lane on the meter. Don't fly
Right.
through the red light.
Cameron, what do you do with that? If you're
He said the exact same
do
thing.
you go through or like obviously it's illegal, but I do it a lot.
Point no return.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it's.
I'm going.
Let's put the law to the side. It's like, what's safer? You stopping this fast and
Getting over exactly, but I'm saying if you're trying to go on an on ramp like at Northgate
Yeah.
where it's bad, or even like the Edmonds exit where it's really bad, they
Yeah.
put in those 2 lights right there, right by the new transit center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That gets really backed up, and that's obviously not a carpool lane anymore, but it used to. What I'm saying is if you're pulling up there and you see a fuck ton of cars, you're by yourself. Do you go into the carpool lane and just
So,
speed
if I
by?
was saying-
if I know the
Because
coast
there
clear.
are never cops.
If I need to,
Okay.
yes, I will.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll sit in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Sometimes I do it. Kind of.
Do you cheat ever, Andrew, in the carpool lane? Or are you a good guy? Don't go in the carpool lane by yourself.
I don't, but that's just because I'm terrified of whatever the sign says. How much?
I
money
know
the ticket-
500 and like 65
How
bucks.
how
Yeah.
is
I know.
when you lived in the Bay Area, was traffic ever like just terrible? I mean, I guess there was, but like was it an everyday battle?
So it's hard because I never really was a part of commute traffic.
Yeah. Okay.
The one time that I was is when I lived in Marin County, which is where I grew up, across the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco, and then driving to downtown Oakland for like a year or so. That was a bit tough, but I would go early enough. So it wasn't horrible, but like 45 minutes there, hour home, when normally it should be around like 30 minutes
Yeah.
each way.
Right.
Like, for example, here, like a drive for me that should take 15 to 20 minutes can take like an hour.
Yep.
Almost every day.
Yep.
That's cool.
Just with congestion and
Does
stuff.
that sound about right for the Bay Area too? Is that just kind of a Seattle thing?
In some parts, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's where, yeah.
But maybe just not as typical as Seattle.
When you look at
I'm
Google,
just trying to make it out that Seattle just sucks at traffic.
Oh, it's horrendous, dude. We weren't thinking when we made those express lanes. We should have had a
people are
one
bad
on
at
top
merging.
and one on bottom.
Yeah. Merging is,
Unbelievable.
The whole freeway system.
Everyone's on their cell phone now, which is just
Oh, God.
I know. I saw some girl driving the other day on her cell phone and then like one knee up too.
On like the dash, not the dash, but like or the window.
I'm like, dude, like what the fuck? And then also like Starbucks as well. And then Starbucks as well is in the cup holder.
Oh yeah,
typical
like,
basic
dude,
bitch.
And then she's driving like a nice ass Lexus.
Oh, for sure. I was gonna say, was it a Tesla?
With a brand
Those
new
things drive
license
themselves.
plate.
Yeah.
Like, you fucker. So
like
that
that.
was one of mine. I do have one more. I'm also moving at the end of the month, and moving
sucks.
Moving fuck. I mean, like I'm excited to move, but I'm not excited to physically
the
move
process of it. Yeah.
And not only that, you're going cross state.
Yeah, you're not like going. You're not moving to a new city here.
I'm gonna have to send you my couch measurements after this.
Oh yes,
that's all yours.
Oh yeah.
You driving, Ben?
Driving down Arizona, yeah, with Gigi.
Yeah.
Got to bring the car, you know.
Yeah, well, give me a fun time. So.
What's the first club that you'll go to in search of Johnny Manziel?
Ooh, in Scottsdale, that's a good question. I'm gonna ask Snyder because I'm not sure what the club scene is in Scottsdale.
It's probably popping.
No, I'm sure it's no. That's no doubt of that. What he's asking is Johnny Manziel.
Is he living out there?
He lives down there now, and he hangs out down there, and of course he's clubbing down there. He's golfing all the time too.
What is he making his money off of now?
Endorsements?
But who's endorsing him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got his own brand stuff. He's on a podcast now. He came from money as well.
Yeah, and also,
right.
I feel like his rookie deal was pretty nice too.
Number one overall pick. Yeah.
I mean, and you know, odds are he was getting some nice cash gifts from time to time while he was
at A&M. Yeah.
Oh, he talked about his autograph signings that he would do just to get cash in college.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were talking about how much money you make during NIL. You know?
Yeah, he said that. Yeah,
he would have made a ton.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, Andrew. Gonna, get together with Snides about that and figure out our game plan and try to find him quickly in the Scottsdale club scene.
That's so funny. I forgot that he was there.
If you can handle the heat, Scottsdale has everything you could want.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm not a big heat guy. I will admit that, but with air conditioning, I can live with everything. And then usually nights are fine to me. Nights and mornings are just fine. So, and then during the winter, it's like perfect.
Regular, yeah.
So
beautiful.
Exactly. So
no question.
I can't complain too much. Yeah. So we'll see. Anything else, guys?
I think my old man
had one. I just forgot.
I don't know if it's one I've said. I definitely said it to you guys just in regular conversation, but I can't remember if I've said it on this podcast before.
Okay, go on.
I don't like when somebody if we're all out at dinner and there's the one person that says, "Oh wait, let me take a picture when I got my fork ready to go into like my pasta."
Oh shit!
And it's like I'm fucking hungry. I'm not gonna wait. Yeah, I've had somebody say, "Let me do it again, real quick," and I was like, "No."
See, I don't like when people have to take like 2+ pictures.
Yeah,
the cap is 2.
I can't do the morning coffee pictures on Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck? Like
I got coffee too.
Yeah.
I
like the cream designs that do like leaves and hearts and shit. I'm like, who fucking
it's like
cares,
your typical
man?
like Pinterest like hipster girl who has the live laugh love sign in the back,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. That's a good one. I agree with that.
Especially like you're hungry, you're out, you've been drinking, like, oh yeah, it's got this shrimp crab fettuccine Alfredo. Let's go.
That's not any kind of Alfredo is not a good one mid-eating picture-wise with all that.
Because once you're committed,
especially with all that cream sauce, that can look a little risky.
I don't mind her doing it's usually a girl, that's why I said her. But like, it's if I'm eating and you want to do it, sure, go ahead. But I'm
eating, I'm hungry.
See, that's the thing. Usually I don't care. Like, if the picture is bad of me and I'm just eating, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll just go.
Fuck it.
I've had so many bad pictures of taking me that I just don't care at this point.
Whilst eating?
No, just in general.
Just in general.
You should see Ben's caller ID photo when he calls me. It's pretty funny.
I don't even know what it is. Now I'm scared.
Ben's You're the Vegas picture with your Sean Kemp All-Star jersey. When you
That's a great picture of me.
Yeah.
That's one of the few good pictures of me.
You're wearing like a Budweiser hat with your shirt off, and you're leaned over like this. And pretty much you look the most like
all you had to say was the Budweiser hat and the shirt off. That's just ridiculous.
And this is like
I bought that at a Walmart in Chelan for like $5.
And it just looks super hillbilly. And I was like, yeah.
Was this last year? Or
this is like back when he still had his parents were still here. This is like
so it's a long time ago. Gotcha.
Wow, long time.
I'll have to see that after this.
Great time.
Oh, I did have a question for Skaggs. Kind of funny. How does it feel to be in a elite club of viral YouTubers?
It feels great.
Do you know this story?
Do you guys know that? Do you know this, Brandon?
No.
Skaggs, do you want to explain it?
Yeah. So in early high school, in a sex ed class, we were supposed to make a video basically about sex education, which is obviously a horrible idea of a president.
Wow.
And so we recorded a video of how to put on a condom.
Oh, fuck.
And we didn't actually turn it into class. We made another video.
And this was you, Zach.
No. My friend Colin was filming, and then Max, who you probably don't know, but he went to UW.
But Colin, Carmody?
Colin was filming. Max and I were the only ones in the video.
Oh, okay.
And I had like long curly hair back then. Anyway, we completely butchered it at that point in our life. And like start unrolling the condom. Like I'm like using my thumb as like an example. Start unrolling the condom before the whole deal. And I don't really know what happened or why, but it's got like 1.9 million views.
Yeah, bro, it went off. Yeah.
What?
It went
Oh my
gosh. I remember
do you still get checks for it?
No, that a very brief amount of time they were putting ads on the video and I made some money off of it.
No
but
shit.
It all spiked in like a 1 or 2 year period, and then now no one watches it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's what I would expect.
Most of the comments are being like, "Oh, dude, your dick is as big as your thumb. Clearly, you don't know how to use a condom."
I might put the video. I might play it after this. Just to have it.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it has more dislikes than likes on there.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of homophobic comments.
Fuck him! You still watched it. I don't care. That's awesome.
The first time he showed me that at Arizona, like the first time he told me that he had 1 million hit YouTube, I was like, dude, come on.
And that's when YouTube was paying out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then he explained.
Yeah, this is like before Twitter was really a thing.
This was not. He didn't put this on social media whatsoever. This was like like you said.
If we're the same age and you're talking like 2006,
this was literal viral content.
Yeah.
This like was very viral.
Fuck, maybe I've seen it and I didn't even know.
Yeah, we'll show you after. But it was just hilarious. When he told me what it was about, I was like, nah, dude, there's just no way. Then he showed me the video. I was like, this is unbelievable. And then I was like, there's just no way there's 1 million views. And then he showed me. I was like, this is a lot. Crazy.
This is a lot. This is before you could like pay for fake views and all
right.
that
It's
stuff.
insane, dude. Yeah. Like we were barely signing on to Twitter back then.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I made a fake Twitter for someone that year. Like that's how like it
Oh,
was
how
this was so long ago. I was just like learning how to do Twitter. So
Yeah. Wow, that's insane. I'll have to
Good
watch
times.
that. That's fucking. I'll give it a like.
We'll show you right after this. Yeah.
Ben,
yes.
can I ask
Yes.
quick question?
Yes.
MLB draft tonight. What should I be expecting from the Mariners?
Ooh, that's a good one. Jerry
Do they have a
DiPaolo.
first round pick?
Yeah, we were 12th overall.
Yeah, we do.
12th overall
We do.
pick. Probably another college arm.
To
is
be
what
honest
I'm
with you,
reading.
I can't like put it for sure anything on this. But from what DiPaolo has said, he wants to go athletic.
Oh, really?
He
Okay.
keeps saying that he wants to like draft athletic players.
Speed.
I think he wants guys that they can coach up, the fundies.
Sure.
But they-
Teach them baseball, but they just have like the.
I'm sorry, Andrew, what?
I said high school kid or college, you think?
Probably. I think they like college guys more.
It's been three
Yeah,
straight drafts
They
with
like college
arms.
guys more. So I think they probably, if there are pitchers there, I think they're gonna go pitcher.
Right.
But I think that DiPaolo has said publicly like he wants athletic guys.
Right.
So he wants guys that are fast.
And then, like you said, they can teach them the game of baseball. But
teach
if
them
you
the
have
fundies. But if you can't.
you're
teach
the
other
athlete,
things, yeah. It's a big night for the Mariners, Andrew. Big night for the Mariners to add to their already stacked farm system.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, the Futures game I saw, Kelenic and Rodriguez were in it.
Now,
they were over.
do you know this Julio Rodriguez guy, Andrew?
I saw the picture you retweeted it with the chain he's wearing.
Okay, I was going to say that's right up your alley.
Oh, the J-Rod show chain? That shit's fucking awesome.
That was kind of right up your alley, I thought, Andrew. So
I was very confused too because like I knew teams were playing and I saw the jerseys. I'm like, is this some kind of different All-Star game?
Futures game, maybe.
Yeah.
Futures game. Just wait till the celebrity game tomorrow. You're gonna be super confused. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking, they usually take a break, and I'm like, are they really playing on Sunday and then going straight to the Derby the next day?
Right, yeah.
I thought it was like a little more of a break, but I guess not.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's all I got. That's all we got, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a great show. Andrew, we loved having you on. Thank you for staying on for the entire show.
Yeah, thanks for kicking it,
man. I think we'd really love to have you come back for NFL season at some point.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I know that's kind of your bread and butter. So we'd love to bring you.
Time of the year.
Exactly.
No question.
We'd love to bring you back then. Maybe we can make this a little bit of a ritual then.
Yeah, we could do even before that. Just have
you can bring the blazer on and look good every week.
Oh my God, that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be like your stick. Yeah.
Get the Little League helmets behind it.
I the Manziel jersey, but the problem is it's his Browns jersey, and like I don't fuck with the Browns,
right?
So when I'm wearing Brown, like no, not a Browns fan at all.
Yeah, you hate Baker, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that them two got compared to each other didn't help. So I love Johnny.
Right.
Baker just kind of has always seemed like a punk, which I totally get why people might also think Johnny's a punk.
For sure.
But
I get that.
I also just don't think he's that good. Like, I get that he broke the record for most passing touchdowns as a rookie before Herbert or whatever. But, like, I don't know. Every time I watch him, I'm like, this guy's pretty average.
For sure.
I feel like that's
nice to have.
I feel like that rookie pass touchdown record is going to get broken every 2 to 3 years, probably in the next 20, 30 years, just because
if Trevor figures it out and stuff.
Like it's just going to happen with the way the game's going. You got a rookie quarterback starting every year and putting up big numbers.
And the number's not that high.
No,
it was like 26 when he broke it. Herbert probably had like 30 or something.
But. And Herbert played 12 games, 13 games.
Yeah. I think it was.
Thanks for that doctor.
Yeah.
Punctured Tyrod's chest or lung.
We have a fun segment planned for today. I know we kind of had all of us kind of had a hard time with this. It's a lot more difficult than we think, and that's why I got to give a little bit of a shout out to like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, and all those guys who go on a daily talk show and provide like ridiculous takes.
Oh, I know. It's almost like it's a talent more than anything.
Crazy. It's insane because we all
Max
struggled.
Kellerman, especially.
We all struggled. So shout out to those guys.
Skip Bayless never deserves a shout out.
That guy is unreal. But
he changes his mind like every day.
I hate Skip Bayless, but now that I'm trying to come up with hot takes, I'm like, I don't know how he does it on a daily. He comes up with like 50 hot takes on a daily basis.
Right.
And I don't
hard
know.
when you're not.
And I guess at this point in his career, he's just doing shit.
Do you think he has like ghostwriters that just like,
I don't know.
that are just in his DMs like saying, "Hey, say this tomorrow."
I don't know how he does.
Let's set the world on fire.
I don't know.
I feel like he just sees what's the general consensus on something. He's like, okay, whatever opposite.
Yeah, he just
knows exactly.
That could be it totally.
It could be devil's advocate too.
Yeah,
just like, why don't you look at it from this lens? It's like,
That's true.
No, I'll pass.
Yeah, just for the sake of it.
We want to bring our real hot takes today.
Yeah.
And we each came with one, maybe two, even. Who knows?
Yeah.
And we
have a couple.
Just discuss them and see what happens,
I feel like we should start with Andrew.
Andrew, do you want to go first since you're our guest?
Sure.
Go on.
What do you got, man?
Let's hear
I'm
it.
excited for this.
First of all, truly an honor to be here. Thank you for having me. We're going to dive into the college football world.
I like it.
And I am anti-expansion of the play.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
Can you repeat that?
No, he's got it. He's anti-expansion.
Anti-expansion of the college football playoff.
Okay, gotcha.
Specifically to 12 teams like they proposed it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now,
so 6 games, yeah.
I think 6 teams could be a perfect number. Definitely not 8, definitely not 12. I think that's far too many.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's the hottest take in the world. I'm not crazy passionate about it, but to me, the more teams you bring in, the more watered down the product is.
Sure. It's not as exclusive type of a thing. Like not everybody should have a seat at this table.
Think about it historically speaking, and I know we don't need to live in the past and do things the same way that they've always been done because change is good. But traditionally speaking, with college football, you need to be either perfect or near perfect to make the national championship, right?
No question.
Either undefeated or one loss, period.
Yeah.
But back in the day, before the BCS, it was just a poll, and it was the top 2 teams, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah, exactly.
So that being said, I just think 12 is too many. I think there's been 7 college football playoffs. There's only been 1 single-digit margin game between a 1 and a 4 seed. The rest have all been double digits.
Yep.
An average of of close to 18 points.
How many times
per
has
game.
Notre Dame been number 4?
That's a good question. It seems like a lot.
They always slide in. Yeah,
you know.
Them in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Them in Oklahoma. Just
Sure.
toggle
they just kind of rotate.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I just think, I know there's going to be buys involved if they expand to 12 teams, so that'll help kind of weed out some of the teams. But I also don't think that many people will watch some of the earlier games.
Sure.
Depending on your interest level, right? It's kind of like the New Year's Six Bowls where if you've got like this great player on a Florida or Georgia or whatever it may be, sure, you might tune in. But if you're not like a loyal fan or didn't go there, you might not watch the New Year's Six Bowls because by then they're not playing for a championship. It's just to hoist some trophy of a bowl game. Again, depends how you feel about the bowl games, but personally, they don't do a whole lot for me.
No,
we all watched Florida last year because of Kyle Pitts, though, right?
I did because he was going to be a top 10 pick, and I just wanted to see.
I literally thought you were going to say Kyle Trask. I thought for sure.
The future of the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. And then as for the 16 playoff, which I think would be the ideal number, each of the 5 power conference teams gets an automatic bid if you meet a certain criteria.
Okay.
So say that's winning your conference championship, meaning the actual game, not necessarily the regular season.
Right.
And then having something like a maximum of 2 losses. So maybe 1 in conference, 1 non-conference, something like that.
Sure.
Just so, for lack of a better example, the Pac-12 obviously has struggled to get teams into the playoffs.
No question.
Those years where they clearly don't.
It'll come back.
The 6th spot as an at-large as well. And so that, and then some kind of automatic qualifier if you're a group of 5. Is that what they call the other ones?
Yeah. Yeah. The other Power 5. Yeah.
So some kind of automatic qualifier if you go undefeated, if you're ranked high enough, if you played a decent enough schedule, where they automatically get that 6th spot if they meet a certain criteria as well.
So last year, I'm just trying to think, like last year, that would have been like maybe like Cincinnati.
I'm trying to think of the.
I've got the rankings.
I think Cincinnati was a G5 team that was one of the higher ones I can think of. Coastal Carolina was up there.
Yeah. No, Cincinnati would have applied. Obviously, weird COVID year with schedule.
Sure.
And all that,
Absolutely. No, totally.
But yeah, say in last year's scenario, it's Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, automatic. Notre Dame gets in it as an at-large. Cincinnati gets in it as an at-large.
Cincy was 9-0.
Cincy would have given a better game than Notre Dame against Alabama. I can tell. I can assure you of that.
I know you're a big Cincy guy.
I'm a big Cincy. Desmond Ridder next year for Heisman, by the way. Calling it right now.
And then basically, lastly, with the 6 teams as well, you get the top 2 teams getting a bye. That's still incentivized finishing as high as possible.
I was just about to ask that. Yeah.
It also could make the Final Four a little bit better because you've weeded out 2 teams already. Usually that team that's won a playoff game has a little bit of momentum that they're carrying into the next round. Might make it a little bit better for the Final Four. Who knows?
I like that. Excellent analysis. Yeah, I like that a lot. Obviously, we talked about it when the news came out that they are thinking about expanding and going to 8. Obviously, because I get it. I get the exclusivity of it. I really like that about it. Where it's like, okay, if you're not top 4, sorry, have a better resume.
Yeah,
play better. Like that's what it comes down to, really.
Yeah.
And me, obviously being a Pac-12 guy, Husky guy, didn't stand a chance against Alabama.
Nope.
Didn't stand a chance. I'm stoked to be there.
You played 1 good quarter.
Yeah. If we had some,
I was surprised how close that game was. When I looked at the score in my head, I thought it was a huge blowout.
I know.
And it was just like 24-7.
Yeah, 24-7. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1 good quarter.
If Browning doesn't throw that pick 6, and if we had some other players that were healthy, Azim Victor and JoJo Mathis and stuff, I think it was a different game if Budda Baker picks off that ball. And we went down and scored in like 4 plays.
And you know what helps in those games? Experience.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Alabama
for
had
sure.
A lot of experience. UW had no
zero. Yeah, exactly. So. But that's the thing I do like. I loved it's that exclusivity. Like the attention's on you. So when you do expand, you're like, okay, well you just got in on not a technicality, but it's like, okay, well they made room for you. Sure. Like that's going to be the excuse. That's what you're going to see on Twitter. Be like, okay, you're not a fake playoff team, but like you're a fringe playoff team. You're not top 4.
So here's the thing.
You don't get the bye.
We go back to the BCS, and what we always complain about the BCS, there's like 2 big things. They got it wrong, number 1.
Oh yeah.
And number 2, they didn't include people, didn't include other teams. Mm-hmm. So we've been complaining about that for years now.
Yeah.
So now that we're complaining about it the other way.
Yeah. No, I know. We can't have our cake and eat it too,
that's
man.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like
it's almost
And it almost is just it almost is like the BCS era. You're just including 8 teams in a playoff,
right?
And you're just making a pull out of and using the polls,
Right.
So
and clearly the playoff hasn't. I mean, granted, there hasn't been a team quite like Boise State when they made their run, but the playoff has yet to include any of those types of teams. So clearly,
and 4
that wasn't working.
And 4 is tough that way.
Given them
exactly,
and that's tough with 4 teams
because they just
you got Clemson, Alabama every damn year, and Ohio State almost every other year too.
Yeah.
So and
it's just a fight for fourth.
Oklahoma or Notre Dame,
right?
And then maybe some other like Pac-12 school or some other Big 12.
Yeah,
school
Oregon made it. Yeah,
Big 10 school. Then
they made it the first year. They made it in 20.
So I do think 15. I like your 6 teams with the Power 5 getting a automatic shoe-in, and then 1 G5 team getting like that, an automatic shoe-in as well. I like that. I think that's
rather than having like a second place Big 10 team or a second place or SEC squad or something. Just with when they're 10-2 with 2 losses and one of them's to the champion.
They've had their 50+ years of football to try to make a playoff.
Yeah,
make like a championship game.
Right.
Let the new guys
for sure
have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay.
Right. It just means more SEC though, Ben.
I know. I get that. It's just it does mean more. It does mean more.
What? Oh yeah.
SEC.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's the talent that's on the football field, man. We see it. Just like I was stoked to be there as a Husky fan. I'm like, but dude, these are the big brothers of college football. It's a fucking lifestyle down there. It's a religion down there.
You get a lot of 18-year-olds that are just men already.
Yeah, dude. Bo Scarborough, that guy looked like he was 30 when he was a sophomore in high school. I saw his picture and I was like, that guy's going to run against my Ben Burke-Irvin, who's 215 pounds. I know he's a tackling machine, but he doesn't stand a chance.
And then Derrick Henry showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't in that game. He was
no, I'm just saying he showed up eventually.
Sorry. Yeah.
Just another 6'3",
just fucking huge.
220-pound running back that was 18 years old from – shout out to the Bay Area, by the way.
Yeah.
Skaggs' original home.
Yeah.
He is coming from Denver right now, by the way. Correct?
That's right.
reporting.
And not a Niners fan, don't worry.
No, yeah. Reporting from Denver, Andrew Skaggs. Do you have your college one? Did you have a college one that you?
I was gonna say that. Just like going back to the Pac-12. Just continuing the college because I just have a very strong distaste for Oregon. I really hate them.
No.
They think that college football started in 2004. Don't care about it. I understand that I'm not old. I'm 29 years old. I didn't get to watch.
Forget about the Dan Fouts era.
No, yeah. Yeah, I know what happened with the pick by Damon Hewitt. I know that it's changed. I know what's happened in the last 20 years, all this stuff. I will say we have one of the worst coaches in college football history for a short period of that time in Tyrone Willingham. The guy would rather golf than coach.
Yeah.
And I understand, but my thing with Oregon, if they didn't have Nike, they are dog shit. They're fucking, they're trash. They were trash for 50 years, Kamran.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, sorry. They were garbage. Bottom dwellers.
But what's the connection?
This is my hot take. The blue bloods of Pac-12 football are Washington, UCLA, and USC, and it's not even close. Every other team is light years away.
I don't really argue with USC too much at all because it's just impossible what they've done.
Oh, what they did with Pete and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what is UCLA?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, especially in the last.
Well, they have the winningest coach of all time in Pac-12 history, who just passed away. By the way,
that's true. I can't argue with that. How long was he there for, though? I think he was there for like 30 years.
That, sorry?
What was his name? Beast, do you remember his name?
Hold on a minute.
Most winningest.
We're talking football, right?
Yeah, winningest Pac-12. Yeah, no,
because my brain went to John Wooden. I'm like,
no. Trust me, when I heard this, I was shocked as well. I think many people were surprised.
So if I took out UCLA and I just said it's USC and Washington and everyone else is the little brother of like all time.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I feel like I don't know. Like, what's the argument for you dubbing a blue blood?
Rose Bowl berths, 2 national championships. You can talk shit about that that was shared. And if we played in Miami in '91, it would have been a fucking bloodbath.
I think the problem with the Rose Bowls, and I'm not saying that they don't contribute to the blue blood at all, but I think that it's been diminished lately, and people forget about the Rose Bowl.
Oh, for sure.
And they forget how important they used to be back in the day.
If you go, we went to 91, 92, 93. We went to 3 straight Rose Bowls, and that was not good for college football in the landscape. So they put us on probation because we were fucking dominating. I know I'm 2 years old when it's happening, but you can't ignore stats. It's easy to look up.
I get you.
And how good we were, even in '84, the Orange Bowl. You think we wouldn't have smashed BYU by 50? You're crazy. And then we're national.
Was that Steve Young BYU?
No, it's Steve Sarkisian.
Oh wow.
No, it wasn't. It was Steve. No, it was it Detmer? No.
Detmer was later, like the 90s.
Was he in the 90s?
Yeah.
It might have been Steve. Might have been Steve Young.
What's up, Andrew?
That Steve Sarkisian played at BYU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he drank his way out at UW.
Dude, some of those stories that I
just
heard.
with tequila, pretty much.
I had
Dude was
a
obsessed with
conversation with Michael Hardvixen at a Ballard bar. It was right when
he went to Shorecrest, right?
No, he went to Bothell.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, and I looked at him, and it was right after Chris Peterson had got hired, and I'm like, "Listen, dude, I have a question for you." I was like, "Is it Peter Sark? What kind of a guy?" And he's like, Sark was a cokehead. He's like, "Dude, you should have the team hotels that obviously they stayed at a Marriott in Bellevue on game day or game nights, I should say, and they were rowdy." Before the game even fucking started, the coaches, the coaching staff would get into trouble. They got kicked out multiple times out of the Marriott in Bellevue.
This is for what school?
UW. Remember Sark? So he took over for Willingham in 2009, but
and now he's coaching at.
And then obviously he went through his alcoholism. He's the head coach at
Texas.
Texas, yeah.
UT baby, Horns.
Bringing him back, hopefully for real this time.
That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah, that's
It would be nice to see Sark
okay.
back.
So I've kind of given my thoughts on, I guess. Andrew, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I would say including UW in that upper echelon is fine. I think they're a tier below USC, but I think them being
for sure. I could understand. I could get behind that. Yeah, but I'm just saying. I think it's them two, and then it's a
UCLA. I know Troy Aikman went there back in the day. I can't remember them really being all that good since we've been alive. I just don't know. Maybe they had some great teams back before we were alive. I just don't know all that well.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Do you know where Troy Aikman transferred from?
Huh?
Do you know where Troy Aikman transferred from to UCLA?
UT.
Oklahoma.
Was it Oklahoma?
Yeah, he was at Oklahoma and then transferred to UCLA.
Brock Hewitt almost went to UCLA.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he talked
You
about that.
you listened to that?
Yeah. USC is for sure a shoe-in. And I think Andrew's got a good point. I think UW is probably in there
yeah, I'm not saying that we're top. I'm just saying if you want the top two seats at the table, it's them two, and
then I'm just trying to think. You have the new teams in the Pac-12, Colorado and Utah.
Yeah, when it became the Pac-12.
Just trying to think. Yeah, none of them are really yet.
Cordell Stewart.
Utah's pretty good.
They've been solid additions, but in both basketball and football. But yeah,
true.
obviously not.
Yeah, basketball especially. Yeah, basketball is obviously.
I like Utah as a football team. They've been good forever. They're
Whittingham,
solid.
Yeah,
just good.
I don't think he'll ever leave there. He's been there, fucking 20 years, 20-something years.
Yeah.
But that's not exactly that's not like a hot take, but I truly believe that.
If some Oregon fans here.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can talk. I understand the streak. I understand that
they're going to be pissed for
whatever.
sure.
I will say, sorry, egregious pass interference in 2019 on Puka Nacua, and we missed a 23-yard chip shot field goal to beat him in Eugene. It would have been 4 straight, but we missed. So it's like, and the pass interference wasn't called.
I'm going to tee up for this. What was the final score for the Jake Browning game?
70-21.
There you go.
Oh, no, that's the thing. You can say that Helfrich is a shit coach. Go for it. We had our shit coaches that they took care of as well for Oregon when they had great players. But
did they ever blow you guys out like that?
No, not by 50
That's
or 49.
No, that's what I thought.
Not by 49. But
go Dogs.
Yeah,
Dogs podcast.
And to do it in Eugene, that was cool. I know there was some of our friends that were there for that game as well. So
I know. I love you, Beast, too, because you bring the passion, you bring the fire.
Yeah.
For like a subject that not everyone is on.
I've been
board.
to every
UW. I mean, we got a good fan base, but not like a huge fan base. I would say
not yet,
and it's not like always a vocal fan base.
Oh yeah.
So you bring
because we can't.
I
understand we haven't won a meaningful bowl game in 20 years. I'm a self-aware Husky fan.
I understand.
All right, this team pisses me off when they play down to competition.
But you're so self-aware that you understand the years before 2000.
And that's the thing. I know that I'm only 29. I didn't go watch them dominate the 80s and the early 90s before they got put on.
Did, though.
Yeah, exactly. My dad does, and that's the stories that I hear. So that's what I grew up with.
Yeah, he's probably had a rough 20 years with the Dogs.
Yeah. He's
all that stuff, and
with my dad, it's he's like okay with being just like a top 15 program, and I was like, nope, I don't like I'm not saying that's mediocrity, but that's like no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
You want to compete?
Is Oregon only because like the Nike pretty much incentivizes players to go there.
No question about it.
That's the main reason why.
It ain't NFL. It ain't NFL fucking pedigree. It ain't fucking world-class coaches that go there. Eugene is the armpit of the United States of America. I'm not listening to it. I'm not listening to it. All right?
Well, look, I've only been there once. I found it to be a cool little
I know, dude. I'm fired up.
Have you ever been to Fresno, California?
No. Dude, I'm saying that just because if you compare Eugene to Seattle, you cannot.
No, I understand.
You cannot.
You need to go to Fresno, California before you call anything the armpit of the West Coast.
You're probably right.
Sorry to our Fresno listeners out there, but that was
what's so bad about Fresno? Is it just like
my whole family had a bad experience road tripping through there once. We stopped at like some shopping market, and it was a bad experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had to like get out of there.
Part of it is just the fact that you're in the state of California, which for the most part,
shit,
is a nice place. Like hotter, dirtier, more deserty.
Yeah. Yeah. California's just nice, and then you get to Fresno, which is not very nice.
Not nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do you have a hot take you want to share?
I have I don't know. One of them is kind of something you've already said, not today, but in a previous podcast, and then one's kind of about yesterday's UFC fight.
Ooh, say the UFC fight one.
I watched the whole thing last night.
So my main thing is, and I might not even be alone, but I think when McGregor comes back, he can't just automatically say, okay, first fight back, Dustin.
Right. You think he has to have some not warm-ups, I don't want to call him that, but just like he's got to earn that fight again.
He just can't give him a title fight when he's 3-1.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Was this a title fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
It was for the title. It was for the title.
Like for the
I guess
belt. Not a big UFC guy, but
no, neither am I. Andrew?
No.
No.
But I did not enjoy watching that.
Did you pay for it or did you stream it?
It was at the social gathering.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Did you
Might as well.
Did you not enjoy it because you didn't actually just want to watch the fight, or did you not enjoy it because of what happened?
I straight up was like barely paying attention, but the time I looked up is when he was on the ground. And
and honestly, yeah. And I'm a Big Cat fan. He posted a GIF of it, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh, of him breaking it. I couldn't even look at it.
It's gross.
I couldn't even look at it.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like anybody posting that is ridiculous. I didn't want to see the replay even.
Right. In any other sport, like they might show it once and that's
they showed it multiple times.
They showed it like down like at the
bro. We don't
after the interviews.
It's not NBC. It's
I know.
They can show whatever the fuck
exactly.
They can
You're right.
We don't need to see it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, Connor, on exactly what you're saying, but I feel like Dustin wants to fight him.
Like, no, he does.
Like
but,
even outside of the ring, like even
like
in the press
the
conference
DMs and stuff with the wife.
After the fight, his press conference, he was like, "We're gonna fight no matter what, even if it's outside the ring. Like you don't just say the stuff that he does."
Sure. Yeah, he said he was going to murder him, and I get that as just like a human being. It's not cool to say. I think Connor just gets riled up and says whatever he fucking wants.
Well, the DMs
with the wife
were a big part.
Hell of
I guess
flex.
that was
it's almost why
Connor photoshopped those though.
Oh, really?
So like she sent him a GIF of him sleeping.
Sure.
Of Connor sleeping.
Oh, when he got
knocked out.
Jake Paul got the Connor sleeping.
And then Conor McGregor supposedly photoed it to like make her look like
he was sleeping on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
And so, or he got somebody.
Yeah.
He probably,
So, Connor, where do you stand with doctor stoppages? What Connor was chanting last night. Doctor stoppages should not be a fight. It's not a TKO. It's not anything. Doctor stoppage. I broke my fucking leg. This is an asterisk, and I'll see you when I get better.
I mean, he was already getting his ass beat.
Sure.
Before that.
Did you think when he took him to the ground and he had him in a lock, I was like, all right, well, we're going to watch a live death on fucking, because he's not letting go. And I don't know how Dustin got out of that.
He kept popping out of that thing.
Like
3
times. But I'm talking the first time when he finally got him down there and he's holding him, and then Dustin went up the cage a little bit and like kind of crawled out of it. That's incredible to do, by the way.
I mean, Dustin right now is the best fighter in the world.
No question. No question. I think that was proved last night. But do you think, Dustin's post-fight interview, he broke his foot when he kicked him, or broke his ankles. He felt it.
That's what he said.
And then obviously when they finally let him up, kind of weird that he let him up, like as the round was ending, is that or not let him up, but Dustin stood up and like let Connor like get to his feet, and then here we go, we'll spar for 8 seconds, I think was left.
Yeah.
And then Connor tried to plant his foot, and try to swipe him, and
you saw twist,
and you saw it kind of twist, and then he stepped on it.
It was just a bad twist, like a really bad twist.
I'm sorry, I can't give you that title when I did this to myself.
Yeah,
like I can't do it.
I think everybody's thinking that.
Sure. So that's not a hot take.
And even Dustin, it was like, in the post fight, he didn't say he liked how it happened. He's like, yeah, I won, but
I was
honestly, I really don't
fully,
think either of them.
Nobody
cared
feels
about,
like it's a real
I don't
match.
think either of them really cared about the belt. I think honestly, it was just
they just wanted a
personal fight.
personal, yeah.
And I was thrown off because in the second fight they were buddy, not buddy, but they were cool. They
said he's a legend. They say the good things. It's kind of different when after you're done kicking the shit out of somebody. You kind of probably go, all right, I won. Now I can say like, oh, he's a tremendous competitor. All this other shit. It's like when you're in Little League and you go through the lines of good game, fuck you to that one kid that you fucking hate. That's true. That happens.
But you know what? I like that.
Yeah,
that Connor.
You play basketball against somebody, and this guy was fucking tugging your jersey. You're just like, boom, good game. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
I know that Khabib tweeted after it saying, saying like he deserved it.
Yeah,
Connor deserved it. So
that one guy, like he predicted it, didn't he? Or not one guy, but it was just some random guy. It's like, I feel like Connor's gonna break his leg tonight, and then he did it at like 2:00, and then it happened, and everyone was like asking like random
that guy should feel pretty bad.
No, for sure.
Andrew, do you have anything? You're just good on this topic.
Don't follow UFC much.
Just not a big UFC guy. Just don't want to.
I mean, none of us are.
You just don't want to see the broken ankles. You're just not a big broken ankle.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious with the Poirier angle if he wants to continue to fight McGregor because that's what's going to generate the most money.
He does.
Sure.
Right. As much as it's about, they clearly don't seem to like each other. But
right.
Yeah, it just almost seems so personal at this point.
Yeah, but like obviously the McGregor name gets us casual sports fans.
I feel like if it's that personal, and you have the opportunity to go into a cage someone and just beat the shit out of them for a lot of money, then why not, right? If you're mad, if you're that mad at someone, you have the opportunity. You're two, professional fighters. You make a lot of money doing it. Then let's go do it. Let's go beat the shit out of that guy.
Terry Donahue was the famous UCLA coach. Okay. He was 8-4 in bowl games and won 151 games at UCLA.
Yeah, the most winningest Pac-12 coach in history for football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, I've got an NBA one here.
Yes.
Okay. It's more of like a conspiracy theory.
It's a hot take that leads down the conspiracy theory.
So David Stern and other higher ups rigged the NBA for certain teams to win playoff series and NBA championships to profit off and make the product bigger overseas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these would be like the bigger market teams. So for instance, Stearns was commissioner of the NBA for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Bulls combined to play in the finals 19 plus 6 25 times. They combined to win 17, more than half.
Right.
Other teams that won ships during Stern's tenure were Detroit 3 times, 2 times MJ's first 2 years.
Right.
So
Houston,
Rockets 2 times, no MJ.
Right.
Heat 3 times, 2 times LeBron. You could consider that a big market team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mavs once, upset. And then the Spurs 5 times, which the NBA just couldn't defeat Pop, in my opinion.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, just the unstoppable.
Yeah.
We're going to win 60 games, and we'll see you guys in June.
Now, on my other side of this, since 2015, non-Stern era, you've got the Warriors winning 3 times, the Cavs winning once, the Raptors winning once, and now either the Bucks or the Suns winning once.
Right.
Little
Some
different
parity.
Little different markets.
Parity. Yeah.
Little different markets.
Different.
Lot more parity.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I will say,
and then one more thing. You start going back to like when the Lakers beat the Kings in the Western Conference Finals. Some fishy things happened there.
Yeah.
Just saying. So that's all I'm saying.
You could say that was reffed kind of unfairly. I will say, the Robert Horry series and the Derek Fisher game winners. What you're talking about in games? Yeah, for sure.
That was like 03.
Yeah. I remember watching that. We were in 5th grade. I remember that. But I will say, UCLA, Lakers, Celtics. How many Hall of Famers they got?
You got Kobe for sure.
You're not. No, I'm talking about back in the day.
KG. Oh.
Talking back in the day.
Oh,
the 17 total championships. I'm talking Parrish. I'm talking.
Oh, well, no, but yeah,
those players aren't going to be the Bird.
The Celtics won 3.
Oh,
but during Stern's tenure, they won 1 in the early days.
Right. Oh, so you're saying post 19? When did he take over?
84.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So during his 30 years.
Sure. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't listen to that. I didn't listen when you were starting.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's
Why
calling.
is my mom calling me? Yeah, please.
If you want to check in on you, Ben.
And then,
That's gonna be funny when you see that in the video.
oh my gosh.
That's gonna be good.
Hi, Mom.
I will say. Okay, so you're saying okay.
Bringing my hot take right now. My mom calls me. Damn.
No, how can I say this? Obviously, Michael's Michael. If he didn't retire, he wins 8 in a row.
Yes, probably. He did 2 3-peats in a row, which is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. And
Also, but a big market team. But I know he was like, I get it.
Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's a big market. I mean, it's one. It's no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not until he got there. Then the Lakers, Kobe and Shaq don't split up. They win 10.
Really? Huh.
Oh, no question. Best 1-2 punch ever. No question.
I don't know, but yeah.
No question. In my mind, is that a hot take?
No,
If they put their they put their bravado
I guess,
behind.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly how Stern did it, but I just find it weird since 2015.
Politics.
The parity has changed quite a
with
bit,
silver. Yeah.
and just markets have, more markets are now competing
Sure.
for more championships. It just seems a little weird for me.
Maybe
It's a weird coincidence that Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant got hurt because that's a 4-0 sweep for the Warriors
That's
if they're
also true.
healthy.
That's also true.
That's not even.
Do you guys
that's
consider-
not a hot take either.
Andrew, you're a Warriors. You're not a Warriors fan, but you're from that area. Do you consider that a upper market, bigger market team?
So when you talk about markets, you're talking about just number of people who live in that.
Like I consider like New York, LA,
San Antonio.
Chicago, pretty big market. Like I consider all those pretty big markets.
Would you say like the team worth, like from Forbes, like because
Sure, that
Golden
I
State
guess
since 2014 has gone up like $1 billion.
that's true. That is true. I guess maybe like yeah. Okay, so
Maybe not $1 billion, but
I guess I would argue maybe when they won their first like championship with Steph, they weren't like a big market team yet.
no, they weren't. They were.
But then after that, they exploded. So
Right.
maybe since then they have become a big market team. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I would say they had a long history of being very bad.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
That didn't necessarily change the market size.
No.
One of the things with the Bay Area is, we've got the A's and the Giants.
Right.
You had the Raiders and the Niners. With basketball, it's just the Warriors. Now, granted, you got the Kings. They're about an hour and a half north.
Sure.
But if you combine Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose areas, that is a pretty good number of people that all are rooting for the Warriors effectively because that's the only basketball team in the area.
Right.
So I'd say it's always been a good-sized market. But, yeah, as a franchise, they don't have the greatest history until, obviously, Steph and all that happened.
Do you think that happened with Kings fans? Like, do you think they just said, all right, well, I'm just going to root for the Warriors now because the Kings have kind of been a lost cause for 18 years.
And the NBA robbed us.
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Potentially. I'll be honest, I don't know very many Kings fans.
Sure.
I don't think I do either. I don't know anybody who likes the Kings.
Not here. We're in Washington, so that's kind of... They were fun teams, though, God.
I feel like
with
Sacramento's
Christie and
another
Bibby
city
and
where people are
Stojakovic.
like, I'm going to go Sacramento.
But if
Right.
you grew up in the Bay Area and you wanted to be contrarian a bit, then
Yeah, that's a good word. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Everyone else roots for the Warriors. I'll root for the Kings just because everyone else roots for the Warriors. I would probably do that. I probably would.
I've looked up pictures of Sacramento, and it reminds me like if Everett had a professional basketball team. It's like, how does this city have a team?
I know when it's that far, from San Francisco, like the the big city of Cali, but outside of Los Angeles, obviously.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
No, I can.
Andrew, what do you think? I mean, you haven't said a whole lot.
What I was going to ask is, do you think he played a factor, Stern himself, in, like, say, big free agents going to these locations? Or
A little counter argument against me would
Chris
be,
Paul
Exactly.
to the Lakers.
Exactly.
that's what I thought of when you mentioned
And and I get that, and I read up on it, and it even seems more sketch to me because he had part ownership in the team, and he was just looking,
his pockets would have been
he was
He
was just looking out for like the team himself. Like he was saying, like if we trade away Chris Paul, it's done. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, Andrew, I feel like there's a lot more we could talk about, but we do have to end the show at some point because, I mean, honestly, we could talk for another 4 hours. I don't give a fuck.
Question.
People get fatigued. I get it.
Yeah, we have to give them a little break. We got to bring the content, later next week too. So we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate everything. Enjoy All-Star Week in Denver. And be well.
You as well.
Peace, man.
Thank you, Andrew.
Good to see you.
Peace.
Nice.
Guys, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
A little bit of a longer show probably, but I feel like we had
One of our better
we had an
ones.
extra voice in there, brought some new opinions, brought
No
some
question.
new viewpoints that I love, like that viewpoint on age I loved, where he was like, listen, when I was 3 years old,
cognitive, yeah.
when I was 3 years old, I just figured out there's 365 days in a year, and I knew that I was going to turn a year older.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's it. Call
That's
it.
That's a way to look at
Call
it.
it, yeah.
I love that.
Don't
Yeah.
overhype.
That's just Andrew being Andrew.
Self-awareness.
I feel like I should just if you guys have made it to the end of this podcast, it's and it sounds like it's edited weird because we made some last minute decisions.
We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But stay with us.
But for the
Stick with
better,
us.
like we actually wanted Skaggs on for the whole time, so we're like, yeah, let's do it. So if it's edited a little weird, that we know.
We know.
Yeah.
We're aware of it.
maybe
for
you
sure.
can put a little disclaimer at the beginning
Yes.
episode, just being like, hey, some ups and downs
Ran
in the
through some
episode,
stuff here.
but stick with us. This is a good episode.
Maybe we'll do it. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Andrew was great.
Thank you for listening to us. Please rate, review, subscribe on YouTube,
Like, comment.
comment, follow us on social media. We're gonna post one.
Yeah. Follow Skaggs.
We've been bad on social media the last few weeks. We're gonna get back on this week. Apologize.
We're on it.
So yeah, enjoy All-Star Weekend. Go Mariners.
Nice.
Later, guys.
Bye guys.